Hello my craft friends. I know for some of us this week has been a very heavy lift. And whenever I have days or weeks that are a heavy lift, I like to craft. And I know that sounds kind of trivial, crafting in the times of distress, but you have to get your mind right. And to get my mind right, crafting does that for me. So I thought what we would do is just do some fun, simple crafts. And for this first one, I thought it was very appropriate and I can use a lot more of it. So let's go ahead and get started. And the supplies for this first DIY are going to consist of maybe your favorite stencil. And for me, I bought this one on clearance quite a while ago, and I've been meaning to make this particular DIY. And I thought, hey, this is a really good time to make that as a reminder for myself. You're going to need a piece of wood. Now, I got this wood on clearance at Hobby Lobby in this little pack of 4. And I thought it was such a good deal. It's already rustic and rough and perfect for my DIY. You're going to need some paint. And I'm going to be using some of this, what do they call this? Like upholstery trim. Now, what do they call this? Strapping? I'm not really sure. Anyway, we're going to be using that too. So, first things first, we're going to pick out our piece of wood. Okay. So, yeah, I like that rough side too. I think I'll use this side, yeah. This side it will be. Now, this is very simple. We're just going to take our stencil. And we are going to stencil on to our wood board. And I want mine in the center of my board here. I think that's pretty close to center. Looks like it to me. We're going to take some tape, painter's tape. Where'd I put it? Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're going to take our painter's tape. And we're going to put it down. Yeah, okay. Tape it down so it doesn't move. Make sure it's straight. Okay. All right. So now we got that down. Make sure we have it in the center layer so we're not... Okay, perfect. Now we're going to take some red acrylic paint and we're going to stencil in. And I'm not going to stencil like a solid paint stencil. I'm going to stencil it more of a lighter coat so it gives it a rustic look. And also I'm going to be using a makeup sponge to do it. So let's go ahead and get our stenciled. Stenciled? Let's get our stencil painted. Okay, now the moment of truth is peeling off your stencil. I'm always nervous. I always hope that I did it correctly. So let's go ahead and do that. Yes, look at it. It looks so beautiful. Oh, I love it so much. Look at it. Oh, look. Don't you love it on that rustic board? Oh boy, I do. I do. All right, now we're moving on. And I'm going to go wash my hands real quick and then I'll be right back. Okay, back. Have my hands washed. And now I'm going to keep mine simple and rustic, and I'm just going to embellish it with this, I think they call it upholstery strapping. Anyway, I'm just going to embellish it with this on both ends. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, I don't really need to cut this, I don't think. I just need to have some tape to keep it from unraveling. But so we're going to flip it over. We're going to figure out where we want it. I'm going to cut it. Actually, I think that's a little too much, but you know, it's a little too much. That's okay. Do I want the knot to show? I guess I do not. Okay, so, and I'm just going to then glue my strap on. Make sure my board's dry. Okay, I'm going to do that with a little bit of hot glue. Okay, so now we have our upholstery strapping glued on. I love that. And I think I'm just going to leave it as is. Nothing else. I think it's perfect on its own. What do you guys think? Now we're going to move on to DIY number 2. All right, for DIY number 2, we're going to be working with those same boards. We're going to have 2 stencils, and this is very easy, but I thought it was going to be so cute, and I've had this idea in my mind when I purchased these boards, and I wanted to do it, so let's go ahead and do it. We're going to take our first stencil, and really what you want to do when you're looking for your stencils is I like a pattern stencil, and then I prefer like my main stencil. So this is going to be my pattern stencil. And for this one, we're just going to take our stencil and we are going to stencil our board. And to do that, I'm just going to start by randomly stenciling. I don't know, should I do it this way where I get more, or should I do it this way? I think I like it this way, so let's go ahead and do it this way. We'll try it, right? We'll try it. Although if I was smart, I'd probably do it this way because I could get more stencil out of it. Yeah, I think I'll do it this way. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Okay, we're going to tape our stencil down. Actually, try and get it straight at least, huh? Actually, I think I'll bring it up like this. No, I'll bring it down. Okay. All right, we're going to just tape it off. Tape off our stencil. And we are going to lightly stencil in a, should I do white or a tan? I think, yeah, let me, you know what? Yeah, just a minute. Let me get some tan. Hold on 1 second. Let me go. Okay, so I'm going to be using this taupe gray for my base stencil. I love stenciling. It's so relaxing. Well, I think, in my opinion. Maybe some people get stressed out about it. I don't know. You guys get stressed when you're stenciling? This kind of looks like I'm doing nothing. And let's hope that's not the case. Let's hope when I peel this off that is not the case. That it looks like I did nothing. But we'll see. So let's go ahead and get this stenciled. Okay, so I have it stenciled as much as I think it's going to let me stencil with this light color. So let's just look at it before we keep going with this color, because I think I'm going to have to change colors and maybe go with a little darker color maybe. We'll see. Let's go ahead and pull it up and just give it a look, okay? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's really soaking it up so much. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, you can barely see the pattern. I mean, I guess actually in the camera you can see it better than you can in person. So what we're going to do is put it back down, and we're going to try a darker color. So, oh my gosh, fingers crossed. You know what I'm wondering, if I shouldn't go super dark with this and then light with my main stencil? Well, you know what? We're going to try it. So we are going to stencil in a navy blue. I think that'll be pretty. Navy blue. We're going to stencil in a navy blue. And then let's see where we're at once I get this stenciled. So, all right, let me go ahead and get this stenciled and then we'll see the comparison. All right, so let's peel this up and see if we will continue on. I think we will because I can see a difference already. Oh yes, look at that. That's so pretty. All right, so we're just going to keep on stenciling. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and take it off of that. Let this dry a little bit, and we're going to move our stencil down and keep stenciling. So let me go ahead and finish up our stencil down to the edge, and then I'll be right back. Yeah, I think that's a much better choice. All right, now we are kind of taking a 180-ish because I just remembered I had this welcome sign and I thought that's what I wanted to do with it. I originally thought I wanted to use the stencil, which is fine if you have a large enough stencil, but when I looked at the stencil, it really didn't fill up my wood piece, and then I remembered that I had this idea that I wanted to use this welcome word cutout because it fills my sign nicely. So I'm going to take some of this putty. We're going to fill in these holes, let that dry, and then I'm going to take it out and I'm going to paint it with this Skinny Dip Satin by Color Shot. So let me get that done and then we'll continue on with our project. Okay, my friends, we're back from spray painting our welcome word, but we're going to have to go forward with voiceover because I lost all of my audio once I came back in from spray painting. So what we're going to do is just take our welcome word cutout and glue it down to our stenciled board. Now that we have that done, it looks so cute, I think, but I think it needs a little bit more. So I decided to take some twine and we're going to wrap the twine around the ends. And I did mine about 3 times. And I think it really adds something to it. So let's finish the other end. And now we're done wrapping both sides with the twine. I think it looks really cute. I love how this is coming out. Now, I'm undecided. I was thinking of leaving it without a hanger, but now I'm contemplating, and I think let's do a hanger. We'll attach it to the back and we will secure it with some felt. So let's go ahead and do that now. And as I'm adding the felt, you can see my little doggy down there. She's just getting into trouble left and right, and I was having a full conversation with her. Sorry you guys didn't get to hear that. It was quite interesting. Okay, now we're just going to glue on our felt, and I love adding felt to the back of things because it really helps add more security to the hangers. And then you're left with this cute welcome door hanger. Now moving on to DIY number 3, and this one was quite fun actually, and I can say that now because I don't have live commentary. But we're going to take some of these wood rounds, this cute little Dollar Tree stencil that's sticky, and this wood, like it's actually like a hanger sign kind of thing from Hobby Lobby. I found it on clearance, but I'm going to use mine in a different way. We start by removing the twine hanger and the actual plastic hanger tag. Next, we're going to take our self-adhesive sticker or stencil, and we're going to stencil the outside of our wood box. And I love this little stencil. I've actually used it quite a few times. They said it was a single use, but I decided to make it more than a single use, and it worked out perfectly fine. So keep that in mind when you have a single use stencil. And I'm going to be using this beautiful pumpkin orange for mine. So let's go ahead and get started stenciling. And I don't know about you guys, but stenciling really calms my mind. I don't know if it's the simplicity and the repetitiveness of it, but I just really, really love it and find it soul-soothing. And then, as you'll see, it has that beautiful design all around the edges. I'm in love with this piece. Now we're going to take these little wood rounds. They look like little birch branches cut. I think that's what they are. They could be something different, but they look like that to me. Anyway, I'm going to take out 4 that are even depth or, height. And then we're going to add them to the bottom of our wood box. And you'll have to just kind of try it as you go, each little leg, because they're all kind of uneven and different depths or lengths. And so once I found all 4 of them, I flipped it over and I proceeded to glue the feet down to the bottom of my box. Now this turned out so cute. I am so excited to use it for the Thanksgiving upcoming holidays because I'm going to be using mine as a dessert stand. Isn't it adorable? You could use it for anything, but I think it's going to be so fun to put little cupcakes on, or I'm going to use mine during the Thanksgiving holiday to display a pumpkin pie. I think it's going to be so fun. What's your favorite pie? Let me know down in the comments. My favorites, I'd say, are pumpkin, cherry, and apple. But pumpkin and cherry are a quick tie with each other. What's your favorite pie? Let me know. And thank you so much for crafting with me today. And I hope it helped soothe your soul as well. And until next time, make sure and keep it crafty.